Today I'm breaking down 4 under the radar stocks with serious upside potential, all backed by real products, real science, and clear catalysts. Listen through to the end, because understanding these businesses now could shape how you build wealth over the next decade. We're not here to chase meme runs or follow random tips. We're going to act like business owners, know what the company does, why it matters, what we're paying today, and what has to go right for the stock to work. If you're serious about building wealth, hit subscribe and tap like. We're building a community of investors who look past the noise, focus on business quality, and think long term, even when we're dealing with high-risk names like these. Let's get into the first company. The first stock is iBio, ticker iBio, trading around 1.96 with a market cap near $68 million. This is a tiny biotechnology company based in Bryan, Texas. iBio runs 2 main segments, biopharmaceuticals and bioprocessing. Think of it as part drug developer, part contract manufacturer. On the drug side, their lead candidate is iBio 100. It is being advanced toward an IND filing for systemic scleroderma and idiopathic pulmonary fibrosis, both serious and hard-to-treat diseases. On the vaccine side, they are working on iBio 200 and iBio 201, both preclinical vaccine candidates for COVID-19 prevention, plus iBio 400 for classical swine fever in animals. On the services side, they develop recombinant proteins for third parties and cell process development, manufacturing, filling and finishing, and bioanalytics services. In simple terms, that can mean steady service revenue while they swing for the fences with their own drugs. Let's talk numbers and potential. This is a microcap, so revenue is still small and lumpy, and the company is not profitable. You are not here for a stable dividend. You are here for optionality. Analysts still rated a buy with a consensus price target of 4.75 CEFs, implying about 143% upside from current levels. Volume today is around 150,000 shares, with average volume over 1.7 million, so liquidity is okay for most retail investors. The valuation is driven less by earnings and more by their pipeline and platform value. Why pay attention now? First, iBio 100 targets serious diseases with little effective treatment. Any positive regulatory step or trial data can move the stock hard. Second, the company has multiple partnerships and license agreements with Planet Biotechnology for infectious disease therapeutics, with the Texas A&M University System for COVID-19 vaccine work, with the University of Natural Resources and Life Sciences in Vienna, and with CC Farming in China. These deals support their tech and open more paths for future cash flow. The risk is clear. Clinical failure or funding issues can crush the stock. The reward is that 1 or 2 clinical wins, paired with growing contract work, could drastically re-rate the valuation. Think of iBio as a high-risk biotech lottery ticket, but backed by a real manufacturing business that helps keep the lights on. Next up is Energy, ticker URG. Trading around $1.50 with about a $599 million market cap. This is a very different business. Energy is a uranium company. They acquire, explore, develop, and operate uranium mineral properties, mainly in the United States. Their flagship asset is the Lost Creek project in Wyoming. It holds around 1,800 unpatented mining claims plus 3 state mineral leases, together about 35,400 acres in the Great Divide Basin. In simple terms, this is a pure play on nuclear power and the uranium cycle. From an investor lens, URG is a bet on long-term energy demand and supply tightness. As countries push for cleaner baseload power and reduce coal, nuclear stays in the mix. That creates sustained demand for uranium. Supply, however, is limited, and bringing new mines online takes years. That is the core bull case. Energy stock has a consensus rating of buy and a price target around $2.50, which is about 66% upside from the current price. The stock trades millions of shares a day, with today's volume around 3.4 million, and average volume over 9 million, so you can get in and out without much trouble. The business here is simpler than biotech. Revenue will rise and fall with uranium production, contract prices, and how fast they ramp output from Lost Creek and any other projects. CapEx matters, but once facilities are up, margins can be strong in a firm price environment. The key catalyst is the uranium price itself, plus any new long-term contracts with utilities, new production decisions, or policy changes that favor domestic supply. From a valuation standpoint, you look at asset quality, cost per pound, and net asset value per share versus peers. UG is not cheap on old earnings numbers, but that is normal in a commodity upcycle. The market is paying for future cash flow. The risk is also clear. If uranium prices weaken, or if there are delays in permitting or production, the stock can pull back hard. Use position sizing and expect volatility. Still, if you believe in nuclear as a key part of energy for the next 20 years, URG gives you direct exposure. Third on the list is Ovid Therapeutics, ticker OVID, trading near $2.117 with a market cap around $287 million. Ovid is a US biopharma company focused on epilepsies and seizure-related neurological disorders. This is a focused pipeline story. Their lead asset is sotelestat, a novel cholesterol 24-hydroxylase inhibitor. It is already in phase 3 trials for treatment-resistant epilepsies. Late-stage clinical programs carry real risk, but they also hold the most near-term value. If sotelestat succeeds, it can become a major asset, either as a commercial product or a partnership deal. Ovid has more than one shot on goal. OV329 is a GABA aminotransferase inhibitor. It is in phase 1 trials for seizures linked to tuberous sclerosis complex and infantile spasms. OV350 is a small molecule that directly activates the KCC2 transporter. Also in phase 1 for epilepsy, the market currently values Ovid at under $300 million, yet the consensus rating is buy with a price target of about $4.38, more than 100% upside from here. Volume is healthy at roughly 600,000 shares today versus average volume of 2.5 million. When you think as a business owner, you care about the quality of the science, the strength of partnerships, and the size of the target markets. Ovid already works with major partners like AstraZeneca, Lundbeck, and Northwestern University, plus deals with Halex, Graviton, and Marinus. Those relationships bring expertise and potential milestone or royalty structures. The catalysts here are clear: phase 3 data or regulatory updates on sotelestat, progress from phase 1 programs, and any new licensing or partnership agreements. The risk, as always in biotech, is trial failure or delay, and dilution if they need to raise more capital. From a valuation angle, the stock trades like an option on that late-stage epilepsy asset, plus a basket of earlier shots. If you build a diversified biotech basket, a name like Ovid can make sense as a focused neurology play with multiple upcoming data points. Now let's talk about the most explosive name on this list, Biomea Fusion, ticker BMEA, trading around 1.52 cent with a market cap near $110 million. This is the smallest company of the four, but it may have the most asymmetric profile. Biomea is a clinical stage biopharma group focused on covalent small molecule drugs for genetically defined cancers and metabolic diseases. Their lead product candidate is BMF-219, a covalent menin inhibitor. It is being tested not just in cancers, both liquid and solid, but also in type 2 diabetes. That last piece is what makes this so interesting. If BMF-219 can show real impact in type 2 diabetes, you are looking at a truly massive market. Even a small share could justify a valuation many times higher than today. On the oncology side, menin inhibitors are a hot area, especially for certain leukemias and other genetic cancers. So Biomea is trying to harness the same core technology across two very valuable spaces. From a market view, BMEA trades with decent liquidity, about 750,000 shares today versus an average of 1.2 million. Analysts rate it a moderate buy, but the consensus price target is about 9.57 thousand cents of dollars at 57 cents. That is over 500% above the current price. That does not mean it will get there, but it tells you how large the perceived opportunity is if clinical data cooperates. As a business owner, you have to ask 3 questions. 1. Does the science have a strong rationale? 2. Is management allocating capital well, moving fast but careful? 3. Is the current market cap giving you more upside than downside based on trial odds? The hard truth: this is high risk. If BMF 219 fails in key studies, the stock can lose most of its value. This is why I frame Biomia as a high-risk, high-reward play tied to two strategic trends: precision oncology and better treatments for type 2 diabetes. You do not put rent money here. You use capital you can afford to lose in a small position inside a larger, more stable portfolio. The catalyst list is clear. Interim and full data readouts from diabetes and cancer trials, any breakthrough type designations from regulators, and potential partnership or buyout interest if early results are strong. Let's zoom out and wrap this up. We covered four very different names. iBio, a tiny biotech and bioprocessing company with a lead fibrosis and scleroderma drug and a services arm that can smooth revenue. Energy, a uranium producer leveraged to long-term nuclear demand and tight uranium supply. Ovid Therapeutics, a focused neurology company with a phase 3 epilepsy drug and a broader seizure and rare disease pipeline. And Biomia Fusion, the most speculative of the bunch, with a covalent menin inhibitor targeting both cancers and type 2 diabetes and a massive gap between current price and analyst expectations. The way to use ideas like these is simple. Do not fall in love with any ticker. Treat each company as a business. Ask, what do they sell? Who needs it? How big is the market? How will they fund growth? And what can kill the thesis? Respect the risk and use small positions for high volatility names. The key is having a disciplined approach and the patience to let quality companies compound over time. In the short term, the market is a voting machine. In the long term, it is a weighing machine that rewards real value. If you found this helpful, subscribe for more deep dives, hit like so more serious investors can find this, and drop a comment with the stock you want covered next. Invest wisely, stay focused on what matters, and I'll see you in the next one.